First, I have to say that whenever a pollster now has to present to politicians with how anxious and angry the American people are, I now understand how Dr. Kevorkian feels at an AARP convention. I will tell you, Governor, that the American people are virtually 100% on your side, that it doesn't matter whether you are Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter whether you're from the deepest South or the furthest North, that the American people see a value, a benefit, and they desperately want the infrastructure in this country to work. I love this title slide for one reason. On the left-hand side is the nightmare when it comes to infrastructure, and on the right-hand side is what the public is looking for. The idea that on our roads, American roads, the public does not understand how an American infrastructure would get to be so bad that that photograph would exist and it wasn't staged. And for the right amount of money, I won't tell you which governor's state has that pothole. On the right-hand side to them is transportation that works. I'm going to walk through some of the data very quickly, and then I think I'll take a couple questions. First off, the public absolutely agrees, whether you are 25 years old or 65 years old, that infrastructure isn't a privilege. It is a right, and it's what differentiates us as Americans versus everybody else. Number two, accountability is the most important terminology. And even more important than doing it fast is doing it right. And the public demands accountability, not just from the federal government, but from state governments as well. Third, it isn't just about roads and bridges and highways. It is about energy, wastewater, schools, trains. The broader the definition, the more likely the public is to support it. Fourth, energy comes in first among almost every subgroup. And if you want to appeal to the group that is most put upon, moms. In America, moms with kids at home, energy is that much more important because they got to deal with filling up the car, they got to deal with paying the bills for electricity. It really stands out as their highest priority. And five, this is the one time when process does matter. Hell hath no fury like a voter scorned, and they will be mad as hell if they think that the money was wasted. They support the expenditure, they support the investment, but now they expect you to deliver for them. So let's get to some of the data, if I can make this move forward, which I cannot. How many issues do you find when you get 81% support? There aren't all that many. And when you add to it that there's going to be a 1% tax increase, we didn't want to just say, do you want to spend more money, because the public will support that for anything. We had to let them know that there was a cost to this. And when 81%, there isn't a single demographic subgroup, no geographic subgroup, where less than 60% support this infrastructure and are willing to pay for it. And that's what makes it different. In terms of the priorities, this is a great list, and I'm happy to share this information with any governor. We can take a look at your state by region to tell you what matters most to people. In virtually every region, energy facilities came in first. If you take a look at the top response, and then the electricity grid, which was fourth, it really is about gas. It really is about fuel. It really is about electricity. It really is about that aspect of the American economy, because the American people do not want to depend on Middle Eastern oil anymore. I don't know how much more clear they can be. And they see this as part of the infrastructure. Clean water treatment facilities, we believe that clean water is a right, not a privilege. School buildings, which always comes up high. I was surprised that it only came in fifth here. That tells you how important these other items are. They're looking for quality, not quantity, and they expect you to get it done correctly. Now, this is the bad news. In terms of those in Washington, and I realize that there's been a change, basically the American people give those in Washington an F if they were to do a grade. But it's not so great for the governors either. You're split 50-50 in terms of your own effectiveness. It's going to require communication. It's going to require you to explain what you're doing, where you're doing it, how you're doing it. And I would say to you that you may not want to do press conferences frequently. You're going to have to do it constantly, because the public wants to know exactly what you're doing and exactly what the measurement is. When we ask them a priority, and this is going to surprise a few of you, as important as they want it to be safe, and as important that it is national in scope, and as important as the jobs are, the strongest argument, the highest priority, is that they want accountable and they want measurements of success. There is actually not just a policy, but a lexicon for this. And I'm going to expand it slightly. If you deliver on this over the next 2 years, not only will you have great job approval numbers, but you are single-handedly able to restore confidence in government, at least state government, for being able to deliver. That's what that accountability, that's what those measurements of success are. That's what the public is looking for. Now, we gave them 6 different priorities. And the 2 that stand out more than anything else, once again, by the way, every time we gave them the word accountable, that's what they chose. No matter what the measurement was. It's not shovels in the ground. It's accountability that they're looking for. And the second is transparency. Let the public see what you are doing. Let them see the investment. Open it up to them. Communicate to them, and then listen to them. They really want to be involved. One of the great things that the Obama administration has done is that it's opened up the democracy so that the American people want to engage. They want to be involved, and on this issue, they really want to be involved. In terms of the infrastructure priorities, you would assume safe would be first, wouldn't you? That would matter more than anything else. It matters second. Economically sound. This is the warning sign for you. They want you to make the investment. They want you to be broad. They want you to do it now. But they want you to do it right, and they want to make sure that it has an economic benefit to it as well. Governor, this is what I want you to take a look at, because you allowed me to do this. I took some of the governor's language and some other language that I had tried. I never read a slide, but because I believe this is on C-SPAN, this is a message to every politician. Accountability, responsibility, and genuine measurements of success are essential as we rebuild America's highways, waterways, schools, and walkways. And then you describe the 4 principles. Accountability so that the right projects are completed in the right way. Responsibility with every dollar spent so that the projects are completed on time and within budget. Measurements of success so that this effort lasts for generations and contributes to a cleaner, safer, healthier nation. We're ready to deliver the right result right now. You can't lose. I will give you the guarantee that not only will the public appreciate what you have done, it will restore faith and confidence if this is exactly what you do. I believe in visuals, and visuals are important. I showed you the top photograph. We gave the American people 12 different horror shows and 12 different success stories. What scares them the most is a pothole that destroys their car, is a school that's boarded up with graffiti, and a traffic line that never ends. Those are the nightmares. And I say to you that it is important for you to take photographs of everything that you are doing. Take the before and the after. By the way, I'm the before photograph. I apologize for that. If you take the picture first and then show people what you have done, that's how you build credibility. And in terms of what they want it to look like, on the upper left-hand side, you've got those highways that are clean. You've got a railway. By the way, passenger rail, freight rail. We may not talk about it because we think of highways. Rail is one of the most supported industries in terms of the public mindset because they believe that it is clean, they believe that it is safe, and they believe that it's economically efficient. And so these are ways to show what is clean. 2 different humorous questions we asked here. Do you realize that our infrastructure is so bad that 1/3 of Americans would rather drink from their toilet bowl than drink from their nearest river? How many of you, I'm going to ask this question to the audience right here. How many of you guys, if I made you drink a glass of water right now, would you rather drink it from your local river? Would you rather drink it from your toilet bowl? Who would drink from your river? Raise your hands. And who would drink from your toilet bowl? Okay, anyone with your hands up, you're sick. And the one that I particularly like, we all know how bad Brittany, actually one more. You realize that people would rather be audited by the IRS than get stuck in a traffic jam. Now, I won't ask you people over here because I'm sure some of you have been audited by the IRS. And one more. As bad as Britney Spears' career is, 95% think that our infrastructure needs to be built more than her. With all due respect to Britney Spears. So the public is saying quite clearly that they want this change, and it is bipartisan. Republicans